A man simply mixed fluorescent powder into water and stirred it evenly, accidentally discovering an amazing scene. The previously invisible smiley face suddenly appeared under the illumination of ultraviolet light. So the man made a bold decision. He dipped $1 million ancient coin in fluorescent powder and anonymously mailed it to the largest local museum. When the museum curator saw this rare ancient coin, he unsuspectingly picked it up with his hands and began to study it. Little did he know that from the moment he touched the ancient coin, he had already fallen into the trap designed by Kaichi. Next, Kaichi's teammates, carrying cameras, were ostensibly running around the museum taking pictures, but in reality, they were using lasers on a gimbal to shine on the heat-sensing alarm device under the display case. As the heat sensor of display case number 1 in the museum was triggered, the important documents inside were instantly transmitted back to the underground vault by the fully automatic anti-theft device. When the curator learned of this news, he immediately came to the vault and opened the keyboard. Unexpectedly, when he entered the password, the fluorescent powder on his hands was also left on the keyboard. As the curator entered the vault to check the situation, his teammates took the opportunity to sneak into the museum's computer room. Next, they used a cutting machine to cut open the wire duct, inserted the prepared controller into the duct to find the surveillance line, and directly clamped it onto the museum's surveillance line. Once the computer successfully cracked the surveillance authority, the teammates quickly adjusted all the cameras to a still state. Meanwhile, Kaichi disguised himself as a repairman and mixed into the museum under the pretext of repairing the anti-theft device. Next, in the restroom, he took off the repairman's clothes and directly transformed into an ordinary tourist. The reason why Kaichi did all this was to bring the electric drill into the museum. Kaichi calmly entered the ongoing cocktail party, and while someone was shaking hands with the curator, he casually took the goblet from the curator's hand and exchanged it with his own glass. A goblet with only the curator's fingerprints was thus easily obtained. Next, Kaichi took out a self-sealing bag and rushed straight into the restroom when no one was around. Then he dripped the fingerprint extraction reagent onto medical cotton. As the reagent slowly dispersed, the curator's fingerprints became clear and visible. But what followed was the most dangerous operation. Kaichi put on a simulated thumb cover and extracted a clear fingerprint, preparing to use the replicated fingerprint to open the elevator door leading to the vault. If the recognition was incorrect, a large number of special police would directly rush in. Fortunately, the elevator door was successfully opened, but Kaichi still didn't dare to relax in the slightest because there were still 8 minutes until the security patrol time. As time passed, Kaichi finally used the ultraviolet lamp to see the letters on the keyboard. After his teammates learned the letters on the keyboard, they used a computer to crack the correct sequence of the vault password. As Kaichi entered the password, the 10-ton vault door was successfully opened. But just as Kaichi was about to steal the rare Declaration of Independence, his teammates monitoring outside suddenly lost the signal. The sudden, unexpected event caught both of them off guard. Moreover, there were too many screws on the frame, and Kaichi, who had no time to disassemble it, could only take it away together with the frame. But just as Kaichi was waiting for the elevator, the emergency passage opposite was suddenly forced open by someone.